They're not connecting.
You guys hear me now? Go ahead and check it. We're having tech problems. Sorry, guys. Okay, mute it. You guys hear me okay? Okay, I think we're good now. We had an issue with headphones. Sorry. Headphones auto-connected from another device, and then it muted when he took them out. So apologies. Liberty wants to say hi. We were starting off with a doggy dance party, but I think we're good now. I'm going to welcome you. See this Liberty. Say hi. Welcome, everybody, to the Petals and Pumpkins Live. Hi. She's my emotional support animal. Don't judge me, okay? Okay, that's Lady Liberty. She's always good luck for our live. She shows up a lot. I'm going to welcome some of you guys. Okay, great. You guys can hear me. I know that we had a moment on the blip there. I'm going to welcome some of you guys. Thank you for showing up. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Judy. Hi, Kay. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Fran. Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Peggy. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Lori. Hi, Becky. Hi, Melissa. Amazing. Okay, trying to get to the end of the pile here. Everybody's saying hi to you, Liberty. Everybody's saying hi to you. All right. Mine's in my bed with me. The comments are moving fast, but someone just said my dog's in my bed or my pet's in my bed with me. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Terry. Hi, Nancy. Amazing. Okay. Everybody has sound. Everybody's doing good. Everybody's saying hi to Liberty. We're all ready to go, you guys. This is going to be so fun. I'm so excited for today. All right. So I want to give you guys a little bit of a roadmap of where we're going because we actually have a lot of fun things today aside just from our arrangement, okay? And I'm somebody who's like, you guys know I love the movie Wicked. So I'm like, I need a yellow brick road. Like, where are we going? I always need to have like an agenda of where we're going. Okay, these comments, you guys are awesome. I've got to like, I'm so ADHD. My brain goes whoop, right to the comments and I can't finish my own sentences. You guys are so awesome. I'm so excited you all are here. I'm going to give everybody just another minute to get settled here because I know sometimes folks run just a few minutes late. So while we're doing that and letting everyone get settled here, how are we feeling? How are we feeling with our flowers? It's okay if you didn't get everything ready made. It's okay if you're not showing up with all the things done. That's not what it's about. It's not about perfection. It's about having fun, right? So how are we feeling with our flowers? How are we feeling about these designs? You guys have been incredible through this entire challenge and super excited for today. Let me know in the comments. I'll check back in just a second after my brain stops scrolling. I'm like, I need to talk and I want to like talk on that too. I just see the little ticker going up with the comments. You guys are so much fun. Okay, so as a recap for what we're going to be doing here today, let me just give you a quick little agenda slide here. We are going to be arranging our petals and pumpkins arrangement, okay, our centerpiece. And then I'm also going to make sure you guys are set up for total success for the rest of the year. I want to talk about 3 things you can avoid to make more in less time. And if you want to keep crafting with me beyond the Petals and Pumpkins challenge, you're going to get an exclusive invite to be able to do that with me. And then we're going to do some giveaways as well. So we're going to be giving away a material and supply bundle. We're going to be giving away a year's worth of crafting inside of my year-round community, A-Star Crafters. And I think we're going to give away one of my hard copy Art of Giant Paper Flowers books, which you'll hear more about later. So I'm just full of all the gives today. So I think we're going to do 3 giveaways instead of 2. Okay, one thing I do want to make sure you guys are aware of that as we're talking here together, I will do my absolute best to pause to answer your questions. If I miss your question, please know it's not personal. There's just a lot of questions and there's a lot of people in the chat. I try to go back afterwards and see if I miss anything. You can always leave a comment on the video afterwards if your question didn't get answered. Thank you, babe. You can just put that over there. He's bringing up the book. He knew I wanted to do a giveaway on my book. And so he was going and grabbing it for me. And the other thing I want you guys to know is that if you hear me referencing links, things for like supplies that you might be wondering about, or other links that I refer to, I want you to check beneath this video. So in the video description, just click more and you'll find links down there so you can click directly onto things. So I just want to make sure you're aware of that. If you're on mobile, you'll have to scroll down a bit. If you're watching directly here on YouTube, all that good stuff. Okay. All right, I'm going to pop back over to the comments here just for a minute. Yay, giveaways. We all love giveaways. We do giveaways a lot in my community. It's just one of the things I love. It's part of my human design. I love to give. Okay, Shelly says, I feel really good about my flowers. Having trouble taping up the 24 gauge wire. It's so thin. Yes, we're actually going to talk about that, Shelly. I have a little trick for you on that. Love the flowers. Also, scissors in the background. Did you make them? No, I did not make the scissors. Those right there. That was just a good old Michael's find. During springtime, they put out their pastel decor, and I grabbed them a few years back, and I love them. The signs too. They usually put these out in the spring. If you guys like the signs that are behind me, go check your Michael's or Michael's online in the spring. They usually put stuff like that out. So I think you'll like it. Okay. And if you haven't done anything yet, that's fine too. Barb says, I haven't done anything yet. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. It's totally fine. Do it on your own time. Do it on your own time. Okay. Now, I know we've had some questions about number of flower count. I know we've had some questions about paper colors. I know we've had some questions about distress oxides. So I kind of want to go over just some of that stuff real quick because I feel like it's going to help a lot of us here who've had these questions. We've been answering them in our community and in customer support. But I really want to make sure that you guys are set up. Did I just see someone from Scotland? Hi, Tanny. Is it Tandy from Scotland? I hope I said your name right. Hi, we have Tiffany from Alabama. Lisa from Florida. What'd you say?
Northern Ireland.
Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland. I'm half Scottish and half Irish. So yay to both. Yay to both. My husband's back here moderating. So if you hear me talking to people, it's not a ghost. We're not haunted. He's moderating. So shout out to the hubby. He's moderating Michael behind me. And we've got Liberty. He'll be snoring in the background and being all the distraction we need, right? Okay. So you got a lot of people from Florida here, you guys. I think we need to craft in person. Like, I need a crafty friend to come do these lives with me. I love doing these lives, but it's also kind of lonely over here to kind of hold one side of the conversation aside from the chats, right? So I think eventually, like, I'm going to be getting a bigger studio next year. And so I think eventually we need to do something live because, like, in-person live, because I need a friend to craft with. And you guys could always travel down here. We can do like a live event. That would be so much fun. So much fun. All right. So I'm going to go over a few things here before we start our arranging. Sorry, I'm distracted. My husband's laughing. Someone must have said something good. What?
There's somebody here from Apopka.
Oh, from Apopka. Oh, right around the corner. Right, you could probably be here in the next 15 minutes, except there's no room in my studio. Literally, like the walls are like right there. There's nowhere for anyone to stand. Like, I have tubs that need to go into storage back there, and like half the room is just like tubs of stuff. Okay, so I want to first let's talk about distress oxides first, because I've seen the most questions around distress oxides. Okay, and then we'll get into our arrangement. Okay. So I saw a question a minute ago about storing distress inks and oxides. So I have these containers here that I got on Amazon. Just look for, like, you can actually type in distress inks or just ink storage containers and you'll find things like this. But I like to use the distress oxides, and it's the Tim Holtz brand. Okay. And we've had some questions about my favorite colors and the ones that I use the most. So I just store them in these containers, okay, upright, just like that. And some of my favorite colors, my favorite green that I use over and over again is the Lucky Clover. The Lucky Clover is one of my favorites. Now, I've also seen a lot of questions around, like, how long do these inks last? So most of these inks in this container I've had over 2 years. And if they get a little dried out, then I want you to take a spritz a bottle. Let's see, do I have it? I'll show you guys. So a little spray bottle, okay? And you can spritz. I did 2 or 3 spritzes. It gets dried. Put the lid back on, and then I want you to flip it carefully upside down for a few minutes like this, okay? And then that is gonna re-moisten the pad. It'll kind of get the ink that's dried towards the bottom. It'll kind of get it shifting to the front. So that's how I prep and store my distress oxides. So a couple of the other colors that I'll call out real quick, just so you guys have the names of them. Not that one, sorry. Some of them I'd hardly ever use. Abandoned Coral. I love Abandoned Coral. I use that a lot. I use that for some of the marigolds. And I also used Lumberjack Plaid for some of the marigolds. Lumberjack Plaid, Abandoned Coral. Okay. And my other one that I use very frequently is Wild Honey. It's like an orangey yellow. Orangey yellow. Wild Honey. Those are the ones I use the most. If you like the cream colored flowers here that I did, the roses, the Novella Rose, you'll notice if you look from the side, there's a little bit of darkening in the middle of it. That one is see if I have it here. Antique linen. I did use antique linen with my cream paper. So those are the main ones that I use. I like to have some additional like shades of pink because I do so much with pink in flowers. So there's like worn lipstick is a good one, and picked raspberry is also another good one. I like picked raspberry the best. So those are my top favorites. The rest here are like shades of blue and other colors that like purples that I use on occasion, but those are the top ones that you're going to see me use, all those colors I just named there. Okay. And most of you know that I love the Encore textured cardstock from 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop. That's where I get a lot of my paper. And the colors that I use for that, for this particular challenge, there's lots of colors, but for this particular challenge, I love to use the American Red color. I love to use, I think it's Burgundy is another one. It's a red. And then I love these orange, this orange one here is called Mac and Cheese. And this one is called Marigold. It's actually called Marigold. So it's not just the name of the flower, it's actually the name of the paper too. And then for greens, I like the, what is it? It'll come to me. Forest Moss is the dark one. Forest Moss is the dark one. Hang on, I have a Post-it. I did a little live yesterday inside of the community, my Facebook community. Grasshopper, that's what it is. Grasshopper, and Forest Moss. This one here that's a little bit lighter, more blue-green, this is called Bayou, or Bayou, like out in the bayou, like the bayou in New Orleans. Am I saying that right? Bayou. I always feel like I'm mispronouncing those words. The bayou. Those are the favorites that I've used for this particular challenge. So I hope that helps you guys. For anyone who's still wondering, are there any specific questions coming up that weren't just answered? I'm trying not to get too distracted as I try to teach.
What were the names of the greens again?
The greens, Grasshopper Green and Forest Moss. Forest Moss, M-O-S-S. Forest Moss. If you go to, can you drop the 12 by 12 cardstock link in the chat? It's also below for you in that video description I mentioned earlier. You'll click down there. You'll see my cardstock link is linked, 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop. Go there, go up to the search bar and type in the words Encore, E-N-C-O-R-E, textured. Those two words. It'll bring up all of the Encore texture and just look for the names that I just said. And there'll be a replay. There will be a replay up of this. I originally wasn't going to have a replay up. There will be a replay up of this until tomorrow at 8 o'clock. So you'll have more than 24 hours to watch this again. Okay. So I don't want you to feel rushed. Like you have to, you can breathe. It's okay. It'll be up. It'll be up. You can come back and rewatch that, take notes, go get the papers you want, all the good things. Those are my favorite, but love their shop. They're a small business just like me. So anytime that I can support another small business, encourage my community to do the same. And they're a great, great company. I love 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop. Okay, you guys, let's move into building our arrangement. There's lots to do. Okay, so we are going to be making, obviously, our petals and pumpkins centerpiece arrangement here. I do have another camera over here. So we're going to try dual camera modes today for the first time. It'll be fun. Be patient with us while we're switching camera views. We're still getting used to the technology on the background. We're trying to get a little fancier, trying to make things a little bit more modernized in the world of crafting. I'm going to take a drink of water real quick because if I don't, in about 30 minutes, I'm going to sound like a frog. Okay. So let's talk about arranging. You guys feel free to ask questions throughout. I'm going to talk about some of the basic pointers and things that can help you with building your arrangement. The thing I want you guys all to be aware of, there's no wrong way to do it, okay? There's no wrong way. I know that a lot of us will get caught up in it has to look exactly like somebody else's or it has to look exactly like this. It doesn't. It gets to look like you. That's the beauty of it, okay? So I want you to just give yourself all the grace and set your intentions when you sit down to craft. Crafting is meant to fill us up with joy, right? It's not meant to be this hard and fast rule, okay? So first, just set those intentions, all right? Now, I'm going to pull some of my flowers over here, and let's talk first about our pumpkin vase, and I'll switch camera views here as we get into building. So we talked about pumpkins, right? And there are two main kinds of pumpkins you're going to look for. The first that I talked about in the video is the pumpkins that are the lightweight ones that are made of foam, but they're covered in that like plastic, right? And so that's what I'm going to be using here today. And the great part about these pumpkins is they already have the foam in them. So basically you just cut away the plastic with like an X-Acto knife or a box cutter and you start shoving stems in and you're good to go. That's all you got to do. And then there's other pumpkins that are hollow inside like this one. So I just spray painted this one white with a chalk white. This was from Michael's craft store. And again, I used box cutter, or rather my husband did. So if you have a sturdier set of hands nearby and you're doing this, have somebody else do it. That's what I did. Pro tip, y'all. Pro tip, have somebody else do the cutting for you. And inside here, this is going to be hollow. So in this case, this is acting very much just like a traditional vase, right? So we can just set our stems in, or you can add some floral foam. Now, depending on how wide you cut the mouth here, I cut mine pretty narrow. I'm actually going to be using this pumpkin here today, but I cut mine pretty narrow, and we can shove foam down inside of it. Depending on like how much space there is at the bottom here when you shove your foam in, you may want to consider like putting some hot glue in and then shove it down in so it kind of sticks to the bottom a little bit. But you could just shove this right down in. In this case here, I'm just going to shove, and it's going to hit the bottom down there. Now I got foam shreds. We'll sweep that up later. It's good. Crafting is messy. And then we have the foam down there in the bottom now that you'll see. And so we can shove stems into it that way. Optional, it just adds a little bit more durability to once you get the stems in there, it starts to really like hold form a bit more. And you don't have to use a pumpkin at all if you don't want to. You can just use another vase or another container that you have as well. So lots of different options. Did you guys hear that snort? I never know what can be heard on camera. Half the time people are like, I couldn't hear that. Liberty is sleeping. Babe, she is literally on your wheels, so be careful. He's sitting in a roller chair. What is with dogs and cats? They want to sit like on the rollers. Like, this is how I live dangerously in life. Like, I hope they know I'm here, because if they roll an inch to the left or the right, I'm going to get caught, or my fur is going to get caught. But they just want to be close. They just want to be close. Anybody else fur baby do that? I also wanted to show you guys this idea. So I was inspired yesterday to do this. And if you guys have little pumpkins, these are little mini pumpkins. These are foam as well. And I just put one flower here and some paper and a little bit of silk greenery. And I did a place card setting, and I just cut this out. It's just a rectangle. I did use my Cricut machine to write my name on it. But this is a cute place setting that you can use for any special occasion. So for the holidays coming up, or if you have like a wedding or a shower or something like that, super cute and easy to do. I think these are so cute. I want to make them. I'm not like, I don't want to host Thanksgiving this year because we have too much going on, but I actually want to host Thanksgiving just so I can do this. Just so I can do this. Because why do we want to do it, right? We set it down, everybody walks in, they're like, oh, those are so cute. And you're like, thanks, I made that. And then they're like, oh, you made that? And we're like, yeah. And then we're all like, oh, I feel so good. I made this. And this is why we host, and this is why we make things. All the feelings? Just me? Okay. I might be a tad narcissistic when it comes to crafting. Just a tad, like, I'm so proud of what I made. Like, look, mom, like, I always feel like a kindergartner coming home from school and look at what I made. Okay, so I'm going to be using the foam pumpkin today. Let me grab my flowers. Got all my flowers here. I'm not going to probably use all of these. Number of flowers. This is going, I've heard that question quite a bit. So number of flowers is going to depend on how big your pumpkin or your vase is. So I'm using an 11-inch pumpkin here. This is an 11-inch pumpkin. And I used about, in my original here, I used about a dozen. Okay, so about a dozen flowers. And then I had another dozen pieces of greenery and also some silk greenery, or even just like some like silk hydrangeas that are like the cheap ones from like the Dollar Tree, are great to have to put as like your starter. And I'll show you that in just a second. But get your flowers. I'm going to try not to dismantle my original one, but I used like some of my best flowers with the original. So I might dismantle some of that to build the one we're going to build together. So we'll have fun with it though. Okay. My little pumpkin. Hold on. I'm going to put this back here so it's not standing in the camera view. So let's talk about building the vase first. And is there any questions I need to answer that are popping up that I'm ignoring accidentally?
No, I'm trying to keep up with
Okay. My husband is in the chat too, trying to answer back directly in the chat also, so keep an eye out for that. It helps just keep the flow. I got stickers on me. Sorry, guys. Hang on. Okay. So, what?
Somebody used the orange and black candy bucket. Took the handle off and turned that into a vase.
Oh, yeah. Candy bucket. That's a great idea. I like that idea. There's so many things around our house that we can repurpose for a container or a vase. Like, it doesn't have to be a pumpkin. It doesn't have to be fancy. Really think outside the box. This tag is being so stubborn. I'm gonna cut it with my wire cutters. It's not stubborn anymore, is it? Okay, so there are two different ways you can start building your arrangement. And I'm gonna switch views here in just a second. But the first is that you can build directly with your paper flowers and just start sticking your paper flowers into the arrangement. And that's totally fine. I've done that for years. The second way, which is my preferred way, is that I build in a more layered fashion. So I mentioned having silk greenery, which is optional. Silk greenery, or even like a really cheap silk neutral hydrangea. So I got this on clearance, okay? This hydrangea right here, it's a silk one, is actually in this arrangement. But you can't really see it, can you? So the point of this is that you will not notice that this is really here, but you will notice its absence. So if we build without building first, like some sort of just layered silk greenery, which I just dropped some of that on the floor, layered silk greenery or something like a fluffy, cheap hydrangea that can act as a base, what you're going to notice is blank space and light coming through your stems. And it's going to look less layered and less full to the eye. So if you want to be super, like cool, you could totally make these from paper flowers too. You could totally do that. But because it's only a single stem, or it's just some silk greenery that we often have, if we're, avid crafters, we have pieces of things like that in our house. I like to take the easy road, and I like to start by shoving this into the very center of this. So babe, can you switch the screen to the other camera view so that they can see down here where I'm working? And we'll start building this out. Oh, I got it. Hang on. I have to add the stage. Sorry. I just trained him on this like 5 minutes ago, you guys. So there's a reason why he's like, what? All right. So here's my pumpkin. Let me bring this a little bit closer. We're playing with 2 cameras today, so this will be fun. Get used to that. Okay. So we got our pumpkin here. And I'm just going to shove this right down in the middle. I actually don't want the big leaf on it. I'm going to get that out of the way. I might leave this guy. We'll see. I can always rip it off if I don't feel it. I'm going to shove this right down in the center. This is the optional silk part. Okay. Just like that. And that's what it's going to do is give us a great place to build from. And you're not going to see all this awkward light and awkward space poking through your arrangement when you start putting your paper flowers in. Okay. I also have this that I might use. Hi, Liberty. We can hear you. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. So I'm going to grab some flowers now. Now let's talk about floral arranging. Okay. Let's talk about some key pointers of floral arranging. You want to think in terms of a focal flower. Okay. So in this case, most of you can guess. Our focal flower would be our Novella Rose. You guys seem to be loving the Novella Rose. This was a brand new rose that I created just this year. I designed it literally a couple weeks ago. And they are a labor of love, but they're also really beautiful and so worth it. Okay. This is our focal flower. And then we want to think of a complementary flower. A complementary flower, in this case, marigolds, right? So focal flower, complementary flower. Then we also have filler flowers. So this might be smaller flowers that we can make. We could create a different paper flower if we wanted to. We're not here in this case. This could be fillers like our greenery, our fall foliage. This could be additional silk greenery if you wanted to, okay? But really focus on one focal and one complementary. And the other thing you want to focus on is odd numbers and working in triangles. So let me show you exactly what I mean. And I think I'm going to have to grab one of these guys from this original arrangement because I just like the way they look better. So we're going to set this guy back here. Okay. So you're going to work in a triangle. What I mean by that is here's our focal. Here is our marigold. Put two of these together and look at how I'm doing with my stems. It's going to cross over like this, right? So bend it at like a 45-degree angle. This. Here's another marigold. I'm going to bend the head of it at a 45-degree angle. We'll put that together, okay? Holding that together. Now look at it from the top. 1, 2, 3. Odd numbers, and it looks like a triangle. So that is one of the best arranging tips I can give you if you're a beginner to arranging flowers, is work in odd numbers, work in triangular fashions when you're arranging, and work with small clusters. And when I say clusters, I mean like pairing a couple of the same flowers close together. So notice that I paired together 2 of the marigolds. And I did this to draw the eye. The eye is going to be drawn to pairs, and then it's going to find beauty in sets of 3. Okay, so that's the key there. I'll pause for questions. Is there questions coming up about anything so far?
The only consistent one has been, what if you don't have like the hydrangea, what could you use instead?
So if you don't have the hydrangea one, you don't have to use it. So I've made many, many arrangements where I do not put this in here, okay? So this is optional. You can use silk greenery if you don't have this and you just want to take some additional like green leaves and you just want to start filling it up with some green leaves instead and create a base of silk green leaves. You could create a base of paper leaves as well. So if you want to get like maybe 3 to 5 leaves to start with and shove those in first, that's a great way to start. Start. That's a great way to start. So if you don't have this, no, it is optional. It is not a must. It is not a requirement, but you want to think about working in layers. So if you don't have this and you're just working purely with paper flowers and paper foliage, I would recommend that you grab some additional paper foliage, like your paper leaves, and you would start with anywhere between 3 and 5 of those right in the middle so that you have that to work from, and keep them very close to the base. Keep them close to the base, not sticking up too high. Keep them more close to the base. So that would be the alternative that I would recommend if you're not going this route. Again, completely optional. Now, I prefer to arrange things 1 flower at a time. That being said, if this feels better to you to cluster things together and then to bind it with floral tape and then shove it in as a cluster, you can do that too. I'm not going to do that because I find that's actually more difficult for me, but I would encourage you to experiment with both for you and see what feels right for you. So I'm going to grab my wire cutters here and start cutting down some of these stems. So we actually can cut quite a bit off here because when we think about the depth, always take off less first because you can take off more later. And if you ever need to add back, like I cut my stem too short or I need to create my stem again, just keep these stem scraps and put them back together like this and bind them with floral tape, and you can reuse them. So if you ever need to expand a stem, that's how I do that. It's not a lost cause. Don't throw your flower away. You can still use it, I promise. All right. So I'm going to start with a focal flower here, and I'm just going to shove this directly down into the base. And it doesn't have to be super tight, okay? So we can create a little space. It doesn't have to be sitting like right down on top of it. It can if you want more of that really tight dome effect. That is an option, but flowers can breathe. That's okay. And I'm going for that first cluster look here, okay? So I started with my focal flower, kind of starting at a 45-degree angle here. I'm going to trim down another one. And I'm going to put this guy right next to him, thinking about that triangle that I'm going for. Okay. Notice that I'm also kind of letting it fall over. It's not all sitting straight up. It's falling a little bit. You're laughing over there. Somebody must have said something funny.
The audience is loving the word. You use of the word shove, and someone suggested a drinking game to it.
Oh, darn. I like you. I like you. Let's be friends. You are my person. I really like you. Yes. Shove it in there. Please drink responsibly. I feel like I need a disclaimer. Put a banner up underneath. Please drink responsibly, y'all. Like, we should wine and craft. Should we wine and craft? Can that become a thing? Can we have like a wine craft live every month or something like that? That would be fun. It would be really fun. I can promise you it would be fun because after one glass of wine, I get fun. I just get silly. That's it. Like, that's literally it. I get silly. which is why I never have more than one glass of wine, because I'm silly enough as it is. Okay. And I'm going to put this next marigold in, and notice that we've created that triangle effect there. We've clustered 2 marigolds together. You can think about altering your heights there. You can bend the stems. And there we go. Okay. Now, feel free to mix up your colors. Again, notice here that these are both similar shades of orange. This one here is actually, the paper's name is Cantaloupe. So I told you about mac and cheese and I told you about the marigold color, but this one's actually called Cantaloupe. So if you like that, it's like a very soft, almost sherbety orange. That's a great color too. So I'm gonna throw that one out there. I got this cream one here. And so I'm gonna add the cream one. I think I'm gonna add it more as the top flower here. And I'm gonna just cut this down. And you'll notice I haven't added any greenery yet, but again, if you're not going this route with the hydrangea, you can add some greenery to start with, and that can replace the hydrangea. I'm gonna add my greenery a little bit more towards the end. Okay, push this one down in. It's gonna look like that. Okay. All right, let's move on to another flower now. I'm gonna get another rose here, and I'm gonna get a couple more not hydrangeas. Why am I saying hydrangeas? Marigolds, that's the word I'm looking for.
What color, since you were saying the color of the oranges, what is the color of the cream one?
The cream one, that one is, I have the name in my head. I have it in my head. Oh, straw, that's what it's called. I think it's called straw. Let me see. I'm gonna go type it in real quick for you because I want to answer your question accurately. Yeah, straw hat is the cream. And there's also straw, straw hat, and then there's vanilla as well. Yeah, that's the cream one. Okay, so I'm gonna repeat this now. I've got these marigolds here. I'm gonna think about balancing as well. So we've got red here, right? I'm gonna put a red rose over here to create symmetry to the eye. So I've got my marigolds there. They were already trimmed down. I'm doing another one. The roses, and I'm going to balance it out over here to create symmetry. You can think about varying the height as well. So you can see that I didn't shove this one in as far. Creates a little bit more breathing room. Okay, that's totally fine. And what I love about this, and I love about arranging in foam, and I love about paper flowers, is that it's like you can undo it. Like it's not permanent, which is great. You know how many times I reuse my paper flowers? So many times. So many times. I've even done it where I like end up snipping the stem off and I glue it to a wreath, and then later I take it off the wreath and I reattach a stem. They get like 101 lives. All right. I'm going to continue on with some more marigolds. So thinking in terms of a cluster, I'm going to cluster over here first, and then we'll go back to this other section. So I'm going to cluster in this section first and shove my marigold in here. Notice I'm kind of bending it down. Now I'm trying to think of a different word for shove. Like what will be a good alternate word for that? Place, arrange, I don't know. My brain's going to words that wouldn't make sense. I'm going to put another marigold right up here. So look at what we created again here. 1, 2, 3, cluster pairing of 2, and there's a triangle effect happening here. See that? Okay. Now I'm going to grab a few more flowers. Let's see. What was my last cream rose? I'm going to grab another cream from my other. We're actually dismantling my other arrangement back here because I didn't have enough for 2 full arrangements. So this is fun. All right, I'm going to take another cream rose here. Looking along the top, you can see my cream rose is in the middle. We could balance this out by having a cream rose kind of coming out here, and then we could fill out. We could also cluster the cream roses together. So I think I'm going to try clustering the cream roses together. I feel like that might look nice. So much of this is experimentation, you guys. And I'm going to give it a different height. So it's going to sit a bit above here. So notice we have a triangle of 3 here. We have like a triangle of 3 happening here. We have a triangle of 3 happening here. We also have a triangle of 3 happening here. So like the triangles are almost overlapping with each other. Okay. But you're looking for those things that are drawing the eye. Great. Here. Okay. I'm going to grab a couple more marigolds. And we're going to fill out on this side gonna add another marigold here. I'm gonna let it sit up a little bit. My little paper marigold leaf sitting out there. Let's get another one. Okay. I'm gonna do another marigold right here, this nice open spot. I'm gonna let it sit up a bit more. And notice that I have a lot of space happening down here. So we could actually bend some flowers and fit some more flowers down here, or we could just have an abundance of greenery that comes out of there later. And that's really preferential to what you want. I feel like there needs to be a little more balance with the red. So I have another red rose here. Remember, things look good in odd numbers. So I created symmetry with these two roses here, but I can actually create even more symmetry if I place this red rose over on this side. What we'll have created at that point is we'll have created a set of 3 that the eye sees in a symmetrical, again, sort of triangular fashion. So I'm going to trim this down just a little bit. Okay, any questions that are coming up I need to be aware of?
No.
Okay. And if you guys do have specific questions that involve like anything with purchase or an account access or anything, please reach out to us at hello@abbikirstencollections.com. We'll be able to serve you best there, but I can't, serve while I teach right here. But my customer support people, they are on the ball and they will help you if you have those specific questions that involve anything of that nature. Okay. Doop, doop, doop. That's what my daughter always does. She goes, doop, doop, doop. She's not crafting with us today, but she wanted to. She had volleyball and then she went to Mama's house. So we've got 3 red roses. I have a spot back here. Notice something that I'm doing as I make this arrangement. I'm not working from one side. What am I doing? I'm flipping. I'm flipping from all angles, okay? So arranging doesn't happen just from one side. It happens from all sides, okay? So this spot here, I'm gonna add another, let's see, we've got a rose. Let's add another marigold. Marigold will look good there. I'm so sorry, original pumpkin. You are getting dismantled so that the nice people over here can see the assembly. Your sacrifice is not in vain. Okay, so I'm gonna shove another one down here. I'm putting it a little bit deeper and it's curving down. Okay. Does anybody have any suggestions for better word than shove?
Oh yeah, it was insert, push, stuff, place, stick.
I feel like we've crossed into Saturday Night Live territory.
Someone suggested shove and chug.
You guys are a hoot. You guys are a hoot. All right, I'm going to add another marigold right here. I've created a cluster of 3 marigolds here. Okay, cluster of 3. Everything's looking pretty good. Pretty good. I'm at a point with this arrangement where I could add some more flowers in these spaces that are kind of like down here, but we want to leave some breathing room, right? Like we don't want it to feel too tight unless that's your end goal and the style you're going for. And we do want to leave some room for our actual foliage, right? So I think I'm going to hold here because I could always add another flower if I need to. Again, this is like so easy to adjust if you need to adjust. Okay. Okay, guys. Amazing. Now let's talk about foliage. So I'm going to set this aside for just a second. Well, not aside, but like right there. Like right there. And I'm going to take a drink so that we delay the frog in my throat. Okay. So foliage. The stems are thin. I heard someone say this a few minutes ago. You are correct. When we make our greenery, look at that. My stem's even falling apart because it's been so well loved. I'm just going to take that arm off. When we make our greenery, we use the 24 gauge wire, and it is a very thin wire, right? It's a very thin wire. So the higher the number, the thinner the wire. The 18 gauge wire is the thicker wire. That's the one we use to stem our flowers with. The problem with making this foliage or any leaves where you're sandwiching the wire in between 2 of them is that this being so thick makes it very hard to use this wire and get a nice flush result to where it looks like just one leaf and it doesn't look like we've actually shoved 2 pieces of paper together, right? So we're wanting to create that seamless effect. So I always recommend you use that 24 gauge wire to create this. But if you need to sturdy up the stems so that you can insert or shove them into, we're going to make a whole joke out of this today, into your arrangement, then just take your scraps. You can even do this with a lot of your scraps. Take your scraps of your 18 gauge floral wire and some floral tape, and you're going to bind them together. And that's going to give the stem the fortitude and the strength that it needs to go into the foam. And that way you still achieve that nice flush look with that thin wire here, but you've created a thicker stem. So all I do is I just literally like align it right at the bottom where the leaf starts and take my floral tape and begin wrapping that. And I wrap it pretty heavily right at the top. I'll go over it like 2 or 3 times at least, or in my case, the 4 or 5 that I just did. And then I start wrapping down. And that way the wire isn't so frail that you can't put it into your arrangement or put it into that foam without it bending on you, because that's what's going to happen. It's going to bend and it's going to buckle on you as you try to put it into that foam. Okay, so then get down here. I'm just going to take the rest of that floral tape off. Floral tape is naturally sticky, but if yours is dried out like mine is sometimes, you can add a little dot of glue to hold it in place. And so now we have a thicker stem, but we still have that pretty result that we're looking for there, okay? So I have a bunch here that I did this to in preparation. So I wanted to show you guys. Well, here's one I didn't do it to. There's a few I didn't do it to. That's okay. We'll use the ones I did do it to. All right, there's this one. And let's get, sometimes if your stems aren't long enough, like if you cut off, let's see. This one, these are long enough. Sometimes you have to use a full stem and cut it down. I think this one will be fine. I'll trim this off and I'll add this one in here. What questions are coming up that I need to answer as I do this?
Somebody asked, instead of cutting the wire, could you fold it up and then put it into the foam?
So I have tested that. That's an excellent question. And yes, same train of thought as you. I have tried that and I have found that it still usually buckles to some extent. And the thing is because you folded it, if I'm understanding you correctly, when you fold it up like that, the bottom isn't as sharp and pointy, so it's harder to get it to go into the foam. You could try trimming it and then just using that piece of trimmed and bring it up here and wrap it like I'm doing with this one. I think it's still probably going to bend. If you're not putting this into foam where you need that extra stiffness to your stem in order to achieve that, then you may not need to do this. So you might be able to skip this if it's just like, I'm just placing this directly into a vase and it's just sitting in a vase. Then you're not going to be worrying about your more thin wire buckling on you. So it can absolutely depend on like what is your situation and of your arrangement. But having tried what I believe you're suggesting in the past, it does usually still buckle on me. So, but give it a try for yourself. You might have a different result. Any other questions? Let's see, I'm going to grab this one and do it real quick on this one too. I'm make sure I have plenty of leaves as we go into the arrangement of our foliage. Okay, getting that around and wrapping. Wrapping all the way down. Any questions?
I'm going through right now. I think we've answered them all.
Questions or comments. You can call out comments too. I always love hearing you guys' ideas. So if you have ideas, I think our creative power is so much stronger when we're here as a collective. We all can think about things from different perspectives and offer different ideas.
Can you just clarify again for when the replay will be available?
The replay will be up as soon as this stream ends, and it will stay available until tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And if you're an A-star crafter or you got that instant access pass, you'll have access to it, ongoing access. So you won't have any time limits to that. So for those folks, like, don't worry about that at all. And I'll tell you more about becoming an A-star crafter if you're like, oh, I want to do that later on if you want to join us inside of our community. Okay, so I have one last one here, but we're going to just set that sucker aside for now. And let's get into, excuse me, let's get into adding some of our greenery. Greenery is fun. There are no rules with greenery. It is just have fun with it. So I like to look at some of these open spaces that I have here. Look, I got some dog hair, or is that glue? Who knows? We have a golden retriever too. So she has like long fluffy hair. So what I like to do is I'll shape these out, right? So I'll bend the wire that's sandwiched in between and I'll kind of shape these out, give them a little life. And I'll pick a spot in an open space. I like to work at the bottom first here, so I know the angle's a little bit. See my bottom there, where it's kind of like open space. And I'm going to start shoving these down into our foam. I have to turn it towards me for a minute, actually. I think this wire is still too long. It's amazing how short you can actually make the stems in some cases. Okay, let's try this again. I'm going to place this down in. There we go. And you can kind of shape it out that much more. So there's one sticking out there, and we're going to add more. I'm going to take this one. I could tell this one's going to be too long also. So I'm going to cut that down a bit more. As I'm doing this, you can fire off any comments and questions my direction.
What weight of paper are you using?
Weight of paper, it's a medium weight cardstock. So 65-pound weight is my favorite. And if you go to the 12x12 cardstock shop that I mentioned earlier, that's what their majority of paper weight is, unless it says otherwise. There's some heavier weights there, but most of it is the 65-pound weight. I've gone up to the 80-pound paper weight, but I find that the 65-pound is just better, especially when you're like doing this where you're putting it back to back. You don't want it to be too thick. So yeah, that's my favorite. Let's see. I want to think about where to put. So like our vines, this kind of item here, think about where you want it. Do you want it kind of shooting out of the top? Do you want it hanging out near the bottom? There's not a right or wrong. And sometimes the best way to find out is to experiment. So I am going to do just that. I'm going to experiment. Even though I built this arrangement once already, each arrangement is completely unique and gives us a completely different vibe, if you will, when it's done. Okay, I kind of like that because it shoots out and it adds a little bit of height variation. So I'm good with that for the moment. Let's do another one. I want to think about maybe mirroring this somewhere. So I'm going to maybe put my other vine over here. I have this other one right here. Give this a go. Okay. All right. Put this one in right on the side over here. And then it's got that wire in it. So if we do want to curve it down at all, if we want to sort of tuck it underneath a flower a little bit, you can do that too. Okay. This is where you get to have a lot of creative freedom with what we're doing. I'm going to take this one here. I'm going to place it here in this open space that I have. Here. And sometimes even with the 18 gauge floral wire that still can bend. So you have to get your fingertips. I'm taking my forefingers and my thumb and I'm putting it inside of the arrangement down here towards the base. And I'm using that to guide the stem down. I think this stem's still too long. That's part of the problem. Let's shorten it. There we go. All right. Questions, comments, throw them at me.
Yeah.
How you guys feeling this fall? Can you believe it's October? It's October 11th. It's October 11th. Holy banana pants. That's crazy. It feels like it. My mind is still in February. I'm just saying. It's still in February. I mean, like, at least June. Can we go back to summer? I got so tan for like 2 weeks, then it left. I am a very, very pale person, and I have a lot of red in my skin, so I always have to wear lots and lots of sunblock or I just look completely red. That's it. All right, I'm going to add another stem here. So we're basically just filling out with our fall foliage. And you can make these in all different sizes. I saw some comments of folks asking like, what size should I make my leaves? all sizes. Make some that are 3 inches, like they come in at. Make some that are 5 inches. Make some that are 10 inches. Do whatever you want. Like scale them if you're using cutting software. If you're using the PDF printables, there's some variations in sizes that are provided in that. And definitely work with these here that are like a lot easier to cut by hand. This one is a little challenging, although I've seen several people in our community actually cutting these by hand, and you guys are my heroes. So go you, and y'all deserve a cutting machine. We do cutting machine giveaways a lot in our community. So if you do not yet have a cutting machine and you're dreaming of it, hang out with us long enough and you will have a cutting machine. You will have a cutting machine. All right, I'm gonna add this one in here, but I think it's too long. Okay. If you guys have any questions about supplies in general, arranging in general, other questions in general about what we've done these last few days, shoot them at me right now while I'm putting in some of my remaining stems, and then we'll evaluate what's left of our arrangement to adjust here.
Someone's like, I have 2 colors, ghost and lobster.
Ghost and lobster.
That's me.
Yeah, that's my husband. I'm very similar to that. Like I get if I put the sunblock on, I can get tan. It just takes a lot of effort. My husband, on the other hand, he'll put the sunblock on and it still doesn't work. Yeah, ghost and lobster. That's fun. That's fun. But he's my lobster. My husband's my lobster. He's my lobster. Any Friends fans here? I'm a Friends fan. I know. You're either a Friends fan or you're like, oh my God, why does everybody love Friends? I love it. Friends and Golden Girls. Those are my comfort shows. Everybody has a comfort show or a comfort sitcom, right? What's your comfort show or your comfort sitcom? And if you say true crime, we can also be best friends because I do enjoy my true crime. I enjoy the psychology of it, like understanding the psychology of it. Okay. And you got to read it out to me because I can't see while I'm doing this right now.
So we do have some Friends fans.
Yay, Friends fans.
Star Trek.
Yeah.
Call the Midwife.
Ooh, I like that show. Yeah, that's a good one.
Heartland.
Oh, that's it. Oh, yeah. We watched that, remember?
Seinfeld. Big Bang Theory.
I started Big Bang Theory. I haven't actually watched it, like really watched it. I watched a couple episodes, but I haven't really watched it. But everybody says it's really good, so I just need to watch it. Or maybe I'll save it for one day when I'm retired. It'll be like my retired show. I'll be like, hey, I finally made it. I'm retired, and now I'm gonna sit and watch all. How many seasons are there? There's so many seasons.
Well, 8 or 9.
Is there that? I thought there was more than that.
Maybe. Somebody likes Scooby-Doo. Another person likes Agatha Christie.
Ooh, Agatha Christie. Okay, we can be friends. I'm reading her books right now. So I've watched the Hercule Poirot's and all of those, the Hercule Poirot's, as he would say. And now I'm actually reading the books, and they're just as good. She's such a good writer. Did you know that she is the #2 most sold books in the world, second to only the Bible? Bananas.
Murder, She Wrote.
We're watching Murder, She Wrote this week. I've watched that show so many times all the way through, and I still go back to it. I'm just like, Jessica Fletcher. Have you heard the theory about Jessica Fletcher where she's the murderer? Someone theorized on the internet. It's like, she's always up early running. She goes out, she commits the murders, and then she pretends to solve them. And I was like, oh my God. Not true, but hilarious theory. Okay, so I'm looking at my arrangement here, and I think I'm going to add just one more leaf right over here. Yeah, those are all good. And there's a few newer ones we like to, we like Only Murders in the Buildings. Selena Gomez, Steve Martin. What's the other guy's name?
Martin Short.
Martin Short. Should know that.
NCIS and Criminal Minds.
NCIS and Criminal Minds. Yep, I need to catch up on the Criminal Minds ones. Do you guys listen to the True Crime podcast too? I got into that last year, and now I'm addicted to it. It's unhealthy. Or then I've moved over to this. Have you listened to the So Supernatural ones where it's they tell about tales of hauntings? I can't do horror. I'm not a horror person. I realize what I just said is very contradictory when I say I'm a true crime person, because that is literally the definition of horror. But I can't do gore, I guess is what I'm saying. And so I'll do the spooky things a little bit. Can you switch the cameras back, babe? I'll do the spooky a little bit, but if I'm not careful, what happens is I will be like listening in my AirPods to like something that's spooky, and I'll be cleaning my house on a Saturday. It's my favorite thing to do when I'm not working, is cleaning my house and listening to a podcast. And my kids will just come in out of nowhere. I got my, they're noise canceling, right? So it's like, you don't hear anything. And we're talking about something that's a story, and it's like the creepy part. And then my kids are just like right there. And I'm just like, oh my God. And I literally jump out of my skin. And my kids are like, Mommy, we're here. They're like, they're trying to be nice, but they don't realize they're making the situation creepier. Like, Mommy, we're approaching now. Mommy, we're coming in now. I'm like, oh my gosh, if someone was recording this would sound really creepy. Yeah. I need better habits. I need to build better habits. I need to have more crafty friends over, and then we can all do it together, and we'll craft and true crime. Is that a thing? Can we make like crafting and true criming or sitcom binging a thing like together? I think that would be so much fun. Okay, look at our arrangement. I heard this phrase the other day. My brain, the ADHD in my brain, is like a squirrel with Wi-Fi. It's like a squirrel with Wi-Fi. It goes ding, 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 ding. Here is our beautiful arrangement. You can see here we have some space. That's good. We want it to breathe a little. And you can hardly tell that hydrangea is in there, but when you peek at it from certain angles, you're not seeing this blank space behind here that would be super obvious. You're only seeing little pockets of light and space. I'm trying to show you guys from the top too. From the top, from the side, all around. I could definitely add some more here, or we could pull this down a bit, and you could actually make some more space up here and pull these flowers down a bit more. And if I wanted to, I could sit another flower right here. Let's do that. Where'd my flowers go? Oh, here they are. I have an orange Novella rose. It kind of ends up making it look like a marigold, but that's okay. This is an orange Novella rose. So this Novella rose that I did here, this was a test. I used a lighter paper here, a medium orange paper here, and a darker orange paper here. So it actually looks like it's like fading a little bit. So that'll be fun. We'll just add this one guy right here to fill this area out a bit more. I can get my fingers in there and then push it in. Okay. Pretty. These make such good decorations, not just for like Thanksgiving and stuff, but also for, oh, my flower just came up. Special occasion decor, right? So if we're having like a special occasion coming up, maybe we're decorating centerpiece for weddings or for shower or something like that. So pretty. I let this guy stick up a little bit higher because I wanted to have some height variation to there. There we go. It's gonna be so pretty on our table. I think this one turned out really good. All right, any questions coming up that I need to answer?
No.
Yeah, all right, you guys. Okay, so those are all my tips for how I would arrange. Now, here's the thing. We have spent the last few days making our paper flowers together. I'm gonna sit down now because I need to sit. My legs hurt. I'm gonna take a sip of water. There we go. And Liberty's gonna snort. She says the arrangement looks good. Libby says the arrangement looks good. I think it looks really pretty. And I cannot wait to make more of these. These are so cute. I can't wait to make more of these little placeholders. So pretty. I want to do a marigold one. They're so pretty. Absolutely love them. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. So the last few days, we have been crafting together, right? We have been making beautiful flowers. We have been creating with a purpose in mind, with an end goal in mind. And we're going to get to our giveaways now in just a few minutes. But as we're here together on our final day of the Petals and Pumpkins Challenge, my key for you is to walk away feeling empowered to keep making time to grow these creative skills. I want you to create more time and space to grow these creative skills. Now, here's the deal, my friends. I have talked to a lot of crafters over the years, and I've noticed a series of patterns. And these are pitfalls, if you will. Creativity zappers is what I call them. And I want you to stay out of this trap, especially as you continue making your arrangement, making these flowers. I want you to stay out of this trap as we go into the craftiest season of the year, right? We're going into a really crafty season where we want to create the DIY decor. We want to create the personalized gifts. We want to create the holiday cards, all the things. But I've talked to so many crafters in my community, and I've noticed a pattern in what they're saying. Sometimes I hear them say things like, I have lots of ideas, but I can't decide what to make. Or I waste so many hours searching for projects or just saving ideas for later. I really wish I could use that time to create instead. Or it's, I get stuck looking for answers and falling into the endless research rabbit holes so that I don't get around to finishing my project. Has anyone else but me done that? Like literally? I'm literally over here and 45 minutes later, I'm still just like, idea, searching. Well, I didn't get around to making anything now, did I, right? So I want you to walk away with 3 keys of what you can avoid so that you can make more in less time, especially during this holiday upcoming season. So number 1, I want you to avoid endless doom scrolling for ideas, okay? Wasting hours searching for that perfect project often results in incomplete crafts or inspiration that never truly turns into action, right? Number 2, I want you to avoid the black hole of YouTube and Google, trying to piecemeal together answers for yourself. Going out there on your own to try to search for random tutorials and the random answers of how often creates a lot of confusion and frustration for us as crafters. I have been there more than I can count. And number 3, I want you to avoid decision fatigue. Here's the deal. We end up on what? We end up on Pinterest and we have all of these ideas, right? And we sit down and we say, oh, I'm gonna make this, I'm gonna make this, or I'm gonna decide to make this. And then we go to these large dumping grounds of design downloads like Etsy, and we go to try to source a file or a template. And then we end up getting decision fatigue and a lot of overwhelm. And before you know it, our crafting time is gone. So instead, I want you to imagine that you can sit down and instantly know exactly what projects you'll make, just like you did here in Petals and Pumpkins. That you'll have step-by-step instructions and templates ready, that you can craft with confidence, knowing it will turn out beautifully, and that you're part of a supportive community that is there to answer your questions when you get stuck. And most importantly of all, I want you to imagine checking off that list of all those personalized projects and decorations that you want to make, share, and give to others. And just like the clear direction and inspiration that we've gotten to experience together during Petals and Pumpkins, my year-round community, A-Star Crafters, cuts through idea overwhelm and decision fatigue, allowing you to build creative skills and make more in less time. So when you join my year-round community, you can save hours of searching with instant access to 1,100 plus ready-to-make projects and design downloads, curated collections for every season and celebration, new monthly drops to keep those creative skills expanding all year long, and live workshop classes with me, along with a supportive community that you can ask questions anytime. And I want to give you guys an actual insider look at what is in A-Stars. What we do differently with A-Stars is we specifically curate our collections by theme, topic, or the purpose and outcome of what you want to create. And one of the things that we constantly see in our community is gift making. So inside of A-Stars, you'll find a vast selection of projects for making the perfect personalized gifts in minutes. From SVG designs for wearables like shirts, hats, and totes, to quick makes like custom bookmarks, stuffies, blankets, signs, all the things. Just like Melissa did here, I have to show off some of our stars. So Melissa made our pillow design. She said, I made some of the pillows and with the pictures, and I love them. I made one for my mother-in-law, and I modified the other for the dogs. We have lots of pet lovers around here. That one's for my sister, and they turned out so cute. And Teresa here, she created a custom stuffy for her great nephew's dedication. I love the gifts that these incredible makers are creating. And just like with Petals and Pumpkins, we have paper flowers galore. We have over 170 designs inside of A-Stars for paper flowers, because over the years, I have created dozens upon dozens of designs, from sunflowers to daisies, hydrangeas, wild roses, paper plants, everything in between. And we've got dozens of giant paper flowers too, which are perfect for backdrop or wall decor. These paper florals, they last forever, and they can be customized for any special occasion, home decoration, or even given as a gift. There's just so many purposes for them. Tell me in the comments. I would love to know what your favorite flower is. Give me the name of your favorite flower. I would love to know. We have over 170 designs inside of A-Stars, and we're adding to it all the time. And when I hear from my community, I'm able to jump in and continue to build based off of what they're asking for. So just like Elaine did here, I have to show off these. These are gorgeous. So Elaine did a beautiful, like stunning decoration for her daughter's bridal shower. So she said, I wanted to share what we did for my daughter's bridal shower. We are so happy with how great it turned out, and the people were so impressed with the shower. Most importantly, it exceeded all my daughter's dreams of her bridal shower. We surprised her with the decor. That's amazing. And then we have Lindsay here, who DIY'd her own giant paper flowers for her wedding. She said, I used your templates and tutorial to make our wedding decor. We use it for our guest photo booth as well. I'm still obsessed with it, and I have the flowers stored in case I ever have a daughter. And Renee here, who made a beautiful custom sign for her daughter's bridal shower too. I love all these creations. They're so unique. They're so personalized. And Lindsay really stands out to me because not only did she use it as her ceremony decor, but then she repurposed it for the photo booth. And then she plans to repurpose it again if she ever wants to decorate a nursery for her daughter. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. So we have wild rose, hydrangea, dahlia. We got all those. I love it. Sunflowers. Absolutely love that. Okay. So I cannot forget to mention our paper crafts as well. So beyond paper flowers, we have even more paper crafts like cards for every occasion, 3D paper crafts, layered shadow boxes to give as gifts or decorate any space. Just like Diane did here when she made our bugs and butterfly shadow box designs for her friend's nursery, and Susan with her beautiful array of colorful bookmarks. And I love what Heather did here with the custom Easter cards that she created. And as I said a minute ago, guys, we're going into the craftiest season of the year, my favorite season to craft. So we have huge curated collections of holiday collections inside of A-Stars, from ornaments to giant paper flowers that look like snowflakes to festive pop-up cards and table decor. You'll have everything you need to deck your halls in DIY magic. There are hundreds of holiday themed projects waiting inside. And one of our most popular ones that we love to highlight is our candy holder collections. So we have these adorable candy holders here. We have little pumpkins and turkeys for Thanksgiving. We've got elves, snowman, Santas for the holidays. We've got gnomes, woodland animals, pets, Easter bunnies. We're always expanding these candy holder collections because they are such a fan favorite. They are so budget friendly. They're ideal gifts for kids, coworkers, and teachers. And as crafters, we crave these resources, right? For the speed and the personalized gifts that we want to be able to create quickly. So just like we have here with, sorry, getting caught up in my words. Let me re-say that. Imagine making custom 3D paper craft projects just like Dina did here. I love what she made. She made these beautiful candy holders for her nieces and nephews, and Michelle made some for the kids at her church. And then look at Griselda's photo. I was obsessed with this, you guys. She did a photo backdrop using our star lanterns for a styled photo shoot. How cool is that? It's so pretty. I want to make one of those and take photos in front of it. It's so pretty. I absolutely love where photographers come in and use our templates to make these custom photo backdrops. So tell me in the comments, what is a favorite holiday DIY you'd love to make most? Or what is something you're seeing here that you would love to make? Tell me in the comments. I would love to know. Now, here's the deal. Crafting is better together. We've experienced that today, right? We had a lot of fun making things together. We had a lot of fun crafting together. And all of my A-Star crafters get to come together to make with me in real time with my live workshop classes. Every month, a new live class is available for you to watch and to join. And if you can't make it live, don't worry. You get a replay that you can access and watch on your schedule, along with our past lives that you can rewatch anytime. The very last area with A-Stars that I see a lot of my creators getting tripped up on is tech. Anybody else get tripped up with tech when it comes to crafting? Anybody at all? Just me? Okay. So beyond our live classes, I host quarterly craft tech talk hours to ensure that my A-star community is not getting stuck on tech. I do not want you guys not being able to craft because the tech is tripping you up. There are so many here who craft with cutting machines like Cricut. That's one of the very popular ones we have in our community. Or maybe you're somebody who just uses a pair of scissors and a printer. But here's the thing, at some point in time, you're going to probably run into some tech. It might sound like, why isn't my printer cutting? Or why isn't my printer printing as vibrantly as others? Or what is with all these Cricut Design Space updates? I don't know where anything is anymore. I need help. So my Craft Tech Talk hours are there to answer your questions so you can spend more time crafting and less time searching for answers online. Now, I have 4 bonuses that are included, but they are only going to be included for those who join before 10/16, so before October 16th. My bonus number 1 is our monthly material bundle and craft and gift card prize giveaways. So every month we have A-stars who are entered to win. All of our A-stars are entered to win prizes for my favorite craft supplies, crafting equipment, and gift cards so that you can keep your craft room well stocked. We got to keep those craft rooms well stocked, right, guys? Sometimes we just need to buy craft supplies because it just feels good. It just feels good, right? Bonus number 2 is if you want to see a project inside of our A-Stars Vault, you can submit project requests directly to me. If there's a topic you want me to cover in our next live workshop, you can submit that request to me and your ideas go into our creative queue and inspire what our monthly curated collections come out with and our live talks. And bonus number 3 is my SVGs from Scratch starter course. So this is my go-to mini starter course for learning to design your very own SVG cut files if you're someone who owns a cutting machine and your own templates. This allows you to personalize any craft in minutes by designing from scratch, or you can modify our existing designs inside of the A-Star community to better fit your vision. And my final bonus for you, this is a fast action for everybody who joins us before midnight tonight. The first 100 crafters who join us before midnight tonight, you will get an autographed copy of my original book, The Art of Giant Paper Flowers. So this is a first edition hard copy. It will never be back in stock again. And this book includes all 16 of my original giant paper flower designs. It's a full color book with a template workbook. And these are perfect for making backdrops and home decor. And I am pausing here for a minute because we have had a lot of A-stars join us over the last few days as we have been talking about this. You've seen it in our email series. So we actually had people already claim these books. What is it? They were at 20.
We have 25 left.
25. Okay, please ignore the 100 that is on your screen. I apologize for not updating my slide. I should have checked that this morning. We have already had 75 of these claimed. You said 25 left?
Yep.
25 left for this bonus, for this exclusive bonus. Okay, apologies about that. Okay, quick recap here. What I want you to know is that everything inside of A-Stars is designed to allow your creative ideas to align so you can create more meaningful projects faster without the endless searching or wasted time that comes with trying to figure it out alone. You can join us inside yearly for $97 and you'll get unlimited access to 1,100 plus ready-to-make projects and designs, new themed curated collections every month, those live workshops and craft tech talks with me, a supportive VIP community, and our exclusive bonuses that I just mentioned. Now, I have to be crystal clear, you guys. This cost will never be available again after 10/16. This current price is increasing after 10/16. And the best part is that if you join us now, this guarantees that your cost never increases. You get to lock this in at $97. And for as long as you decide to stay an A-star crafter, your creativity can keep expanding and your cost never does. It never increases. So as we add project after project, new workshop after new workshop, drop more curated collections, for as long as you decide to stay an A-star, your cost will never increase. That is my promise to you. And as one little extra bonus for our pass holders, all of our instant access pass holders, everybody who purchased that instant access pass for Petals and Pumpkins, if you look in your pass account or you go to a recent email from me, like the one I sent this morning for this live, you're going to see an exclusive coupon that lets you deduct the cost of the pass. And this is just my way of saying thank you for making extra space for your creativity year round with me inside of A-Stars. You can search my name in your inbox, Abby with an I, it's pretty distinctive, or log into your account and you'll find that coupon code there that's just for our instant access pass holders. I want to give you back what you spent on that pass so you can upgrade into A-Stars for even less. Okay, my friends, I want you to type into the chat right now any questions you have. It can be a question about what we made here today. It can be a question about A-Stars. It can be a question about anything. You can join us inside of A-Stars right now at abbykirstencollections.com/star. There's a link below in the video description for you, and it is also getting dropped into the chat periodically just to make it super convenient at your fingertips so you can click right on it. So go ahead and type in any questions you have at all. And as you're typing those in, I'm just going to brag on Kathy here for just a moment because I love what she did. Oops, there we go. I love what Kathy shared. She said, what do you do when you're indoors and you can't garden? You make your own, of course. I love this. That's exactly it, my friends. That's exactly it. She said it so well. We are creators. Our creative expression is how we embody our love for others. And even for ourselves, it's a form of self-care, right? And as we walk together into 2026, I think it's so important that we do things like this in a community. And that's what the world needs more of, right? When life feels heavy, when there's so much going on, we need to remember to anchor our internal resources. We need to think about what brings us the most joy, the most peace, the most gratitude and stillness. What helps express our creativity and feel refreshed. Crafting and connecting with each other is one of the ways that we get to do that together. We need to tend to our own gardens first, just like Kathy created her own indoor garden. And I like to think of this as like tending to or creating our own garden of internal resources. And when you make something that you give as a gift or a decoration for a special moment that turns into a memory, it becomes more than just a craft project or more than just a DIY. I believe truly that it becomes a ripple of joy that just reaches beyond us. And that's what I believe A-Stars and crafting is all about as a community. All right, so I'm going to take some questions now. Babe, can you pop up questions on the screen where you can highlight them on the screen and then I can just read them, or?
How do I do that?
Oh, hang on. We're going to take questions here in just
Oh,
a
wait a
minute.
minute.
You see it when you hover over it,
Yeah.
you can hit show.
Yeah.
So if you see questions that are coming up, go ahead
Gotcha.
and just like pop them up there. Denise said, just joined. Welcome, Denise. Amazing. Blanca, we do have a monthly payment option. So if you are not able to join us annually at $97, there is a monthly option on that page. Now, if you join us monthly, the bonuses are not included. The bonuses are for our annual members. So if you want to join us monthly, though, you can still get all access to the 1,100 plus projects that are in there. You'll still get access to our live craft alongs, all of that. So there's a monthly option for $17 on that page as well. Okay, Nicole asks, can you upgrade to commercial if we become an A-star at first? Okay, I'm guessing maybe you're already an A-star and you want to upgrade to commercial. If that's what you're asking, yes, absolutely. We got that question last year too. So I need to make that an easier process for you guys. So yes, commercial use is allowed. You can upgrade. Nicole, you can send us a message, hello@abbykirstencollections.com. Babe, can you pop that up on the screen? If you send us an email, we'll get you switched right out. And so we have a lot of crafters in our community who are just hobbyists, but then we have a lot of crafters who want to sell the crafts that they make from our vault of projects. And you can absolutely do that with our commercial use plan. So yes, we can get you taken care of there. Just send us a message. All right. Polly says, I feel your passion of joy of life and sharing your crafting skills. Thank you, Polly. Yes, I am a very creative person. I have been creative since I was very young. And in fact, not a lot of people know this, but this is the only job I have actually ever had aside from being a cashier at Panera for 2 years, which is where I met my husband. Literally, that's it. This is the only job I've ever had, is cultivating creativity and crafting. And yeah, pop another question up, babe. Can you tell me more about the SVG course bonus? Do you have an additional SVG course beyond the one in the bonus? Yes. So the SVGs from Scratch mini course that is included in the bonus is a 3-part series that gets you set up in Inkscape. That's the free software we use. So it is a step-by-step 3-part series that gets you into designing an Inkscape, helps you learn your way around. It's great for if you're wanting to take other files like our files inside of A-Stars and open them up in Inkscape and know how to move around and change things, add to things, modify things. So it's a great starter course. I do have another more in-depth course called SVG by Design that goes beyond some of the basic skills, which you're more than welcome to check out beyond that. But this is like our starter course that's great for like getting your feet wet. You'll be able to have lots of skills under your belt just from that course alone, which is why I wanted to include it so that everybody is using the templates inside of A-Stars feels like they can go in and customize and personalize things that much better. Okay. Next question. I see one from Julie here. Does A-Stars, oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to leave it up. I'm going to pop over to one I'm seeing in front of my face. I squirreled. I went over here and I was not focusing. Julie asked, does A-Stars stay open for enrollment year round? It is going to be open. You can join at other times, but the cost is increasing after 10/16. So everybody who doesn't join us before 10/16, the cost is going to be going up by 25% because we're dropping a brand new user experience at the end of the year. We're going to be dropping a whole bunch of new filter options for people to find our crafts faster and making projects faster. So yes, you can join at another time. Just know that after October 16th at midnight, the cost will be increasing. So we encourage you to get indoors now so you can spend that extra money on craft supplies. We need the extra craft supplies, right? Okay. Maribeth says, what is the difference between A-Stars and the Access Pass? It's a great question. Okay, so the Instant Access Pass, which by the way, you can deduct that cost if you upgrade to A-Stars. There's a coupon code in your account. The difference between the Instant Access Pass that you purchase for Petals and Pumpkins, if that's what we're talking about, is that you get unlimited lifetime access to all 4 of the workshops plus this replay. So you get all 5 of those, the replay and the 4 workshops we've had the last few days. Those are yours to keep, instant access for that $17 no matter what. Okay, so if you grab that, it's yours even if you get an A-Stars, you just get to keep it for fun, just extra cherry on top. Now, if you come inside of A-Stars, you get unlimited access to all of my project collections. So Petals and Pumpkins was a project collection, right? We had our rose, we had our marigold, we had our fall foliage, we had our live together. That's a sampling of how we do our project drops inside of A-Stars, except that A-Stars has over 60, 70 some plus collections and 1,100 plus projects and designs in it. So you're not limited to just the few projects that are for Petals and Pumpkins. You'll be able to get access to everything. But if you do have that instant access pass, please deduct the coupon that is in your account, okay? Look at my email from this morning from the live. There is a coupon in there. You can deduct the cost. That way you get to save even more when you upgrade. Kimberly said, just joined. Welcome, Kimberly. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, what other questions, babe? Yes, Penny, there's a link to the A-Stars webpage. If you're asking for a link to go to it, it's on our screen there, abbykirstencollections.com/star. It's also linked below in the video description if you want to click on it. And babe, if you can, when you get a second, just drop it back in the chat one more time so that way folks don't have to search for it. Yeah, my pleasure, Mary Beth, my pleasure. Paula said, just join. Stacy said, just join. Welcome, you guys. I'm so excited. We get to craft together all year long. Okay, so I wasn't planning on sharing this, but I'm so excited now. I'm like a little dog on here. I'm like, oh, new friends. I can't wait. So we have a new collection that is dropping. Our collection for November is going to be quick Thanksgiving printables, like place card settings and printable cards. And then for December, we're dropping a collection on holiday handmade gifts in under an hour. And I'm just like still refining the title a little bit, but I'm super excited about that collection. And I've just like started talking about it everywhere and I can't wait to share it. So I just had to share that randomly because everyone's like, I'm joined. And I'm like, oh, we get to craft together. So now you guys know about this. Oh, if wishes were fishes, I've already joined. I followed you for years and I love your style. Thank you, April. I appreciate you. Ruth says, so excited about my new membership. Carrie says, just joined. Woohoo. Oh my gosh, guys, you are fabulous. I cannot wait. Okay, what other questions? I'm rambling here. Let me get some water. Okay. A Christmas bundle that could be purchased we bought with the All Access Pass. Where can we find how to make those? Okay, so when you purchase the Christmas bundle, you should have seen a download link that came with your receipt. And in that download link, in those files, there are tutorials that link out to those designs. If you need further help with that, Catherine, please send us a message. And that way we can get you like situated perfectly. Like we'll be able to help you specifically link out things specifically to you if you send us an email there to that email on our screen. I want to make sure you're able to access everything that you need. Peggy says joining. Kendra says joining. Meg says, ooh, I can't wait to see December's. Oh my gosh, how many books do we have left, Big? So someone wants to know how many books do we have left. We've got 5 books left, you guys. 5 books left. I am going to do a giveaway on the books though too. I'm going to do a giveaway because I want to try to give away as many as I can. Are you going to do a Christmas challenge? Yes. So that's part of our December collection. The difference is it's going to be only for A-stars. So it's not going to be something that's going to be offered with an instant access pass or anything like that, like we did this time. It's going to be happening November 22nd is where we're kicking off our Handmade for the Holidays challenge. And we're going to be doing a live workshop on ornaments and ornament gift boxes. And then we'll be moving into some other projects. I won't say them all now because I haven't refined all of them yet. I'm designing them right now, you guys. I'm designing them right now.
And this one's also
Okay. How do you use the viney piece in the foliage set? It looks like the flowers need to be added. Okay. So that piece, thank you. I think I saw this question in the group the other day. Yeah. I do apologize for not getting around to that. So I meant to actually cut that piece out this morning. And I forgot. So I'm going to answer this question as best I can. That extra viney piece, what I like to do with it, it's totally optional, first off. What I like to do with it is I will tack it to my vase and I'll let it hang down over like vines are spilling out. So that's how I do it. You don't even have to stem it if you don't want to. I literally just tack it right directly on. You can use like a little tape or a little 3D foam tape and tack it. And it kind of looks almost like a vine necklace that comes down. So that's how I use that piece. I haven't featured it here. It was like a bonus template that I put in there because a lot of other people loved it in the past. So I thought, here, let's add a bonus. Kimberly asks, is your monthly live on the same day and time? Generally, it's not always on the exact same day. It will float a little bit. So we usually will do it like the second to last Friday of the month. We do Saturday lives sometimes as well. So that is, we do have a family. So we try to have good boundaries with our kids and making sure we're spending time with them. But sometimes we'll do them on Saturdays and we'll have like my daughter, she'll come in and craft with us, Christabella, she loves to craft. So yeah, there is some flexibility in that schedule there just because of family life and that balance. But there's always replays. So even if you can't catch it live, it's okay. You'll be able to still come back and get it later. Okay. Okay, question. Is there a coupon code for the yearly membership? So Irma, the coupon code for the yearly membership is for if you purchase the instant access pass. So if you purchase the instant access pass, you can deduct the cost of what you paid for that pass to join yearly. That's why that box is on that screen. So if you didn't purchase the instant access pass, then unfortunately, that's just an extra gift to those who purchased the instant access pass and already paid money. I didn't want them to pay that and then pay again for something else. So we let them deduct the cost of that. Okay. Can you show us your book? I can, Joyce. I can. Okay. This is my book. Be gentle. It's beautiful. Everyone who sees it is beautiful, but I am a perfectionist type A, so I judge everything I do. Hey babe, can you lower that question on the screen so that I can have more space on it?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just want to answer this question real quick. So this is my book, Hello at Abby Kirsten. Can you take that out too? The Art of Giant Paper Flowers. This is the first book I ever read. It's got 16 flower templates in there. And inside there is tutorials. It's a full color book. Woo. Tutorials inside, step by step, for making my giant paper flowers. How many books have we got left, babe? Do you know? Okay, we already ran out. Okay, so how many books do we have in stock?
Lots.
Okay, so we're gonna add another 50. We already ran out. We're already at 0. You guys are loving this bonus. I appreciate this. I'm going to add another 50. I just asked my husband what our stock was on him. I wanted to make sure there was plenty of stock. So I'll add another 50 for the next 50 people. We ran to 0, but we're going to add 50 more. So the next 50 people who join us inside of A-Stars, you'll also get a book. And just to be super clear, guys, when you check out, you're not going to see an address collection. We are going to do that for you. We are going to message you. We will collect your address and then ship your books out to you in the next couple of weeks. So just don't get confused when you're like, well, wait, I didn't put my address in. It's okay. We're going to take care of that for you. We've got a plan. We've got a system. We've got a plan. You'll get your book. Don't worry. And if you have any questions, you always reach out to us. We're happy to help. So yes, this is my book, and it comes with a template workbook as well. And I'll sign these. Be gracious. I'll need a few days. I am traveling next week to be able to get through signing all of these. So this is my template workbook that comes with it. It's a whole separate template workbook where we have the templates inside. You can cut them out. I recommend even laminating them as well. That's gonna be a great way to make them last longer. So this is gonna be a bonus for our remainder. I added 50. So 150 books to sign, you guys. It's gonna be fun. My signature by the end of it's not even gonna be recognizable. I'm gonna have a whole new signature and vibe by the end of it. But you know what? I'm gonna give away one of these books right now. In fact, I'll sign this one. I got a pen.
Need your pen?
Yeah, can I have my lucky giraffe pen? I have a lucky giraffe pen. My kids bought me this little cute giraffe pen. Here, let me show you my pen. Look. Isn't it cute? Look, it's a little giraffe. It's so cute. I don't know why it's a lucky giraffe pen because it's erasable. So you can make mistakes and erase them. That's what makes it lucky. So I'm going to sign this book right now with my name, and we're going to do a giveaway. Signing. Feel the beat drop. Okay. Signed copy. Signed copy. All right. So any other questions I need to cover before I can do the giveaways? I just want to make sure I'm answering.
I'm trying to put the link in for Etsy for people who want to buy it, but the link is too long.
Oh, can you use the one from BigCommerce? For those of you who are looking just to buy the book itself, then yeah, my husband's trying to put our link in real quick. The comments are being a little funny about it. Okay. Yes, it's lucky because my kids gave it to me. I love that. I love that. If you would like the book without joining A-Stars, what is it on the site? It's been a while since I put. You got it? I think it's, I don't want to say it incorrectly. Okay. He's dropping it in the comments now. And then I want to do our giveaways. Book. 35. Did you get it?
Yeah.
It's 35 for the book and template workbook. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Okay, Nikki. Hi, Karen. I'm late to the party all the time. You can't be late to your own party. This is y'all's party. This is a party for you guys. It's your party. Okay. Let's do a giveaway. Okay. I'll circle back if you have any final questions that I missed. I try not to miss questions, but I also want to keep moving forward. So I'm just going to ask a simple question and we're going to do giveaways. I'm going to do the book. I'm going to do a material bundle. Let me show you what's in the material bundle. So I'm going to do floral wire, my ink oxide set of 6, blending brushes, cardstock pack, SureBonder glue gun, and wire cutters. And I'm going to do a giveaway for a year of A-Star Crafters. And then I'm going to do the book. So I'm going to pick 3 winners based off the question I'm going to ask you, okay? So to enter for these giveaways, tell me in the chat something you made in the past as a personalized gift or a personalized decoration, and be specific. Tell me if it's like, I made a personalized stuffy for my granddaughter or for my sister, or I made giant paper flowers for my wedding. Whatever the thing is, I'm just throwing examples out from earlier. Whatever the thing is, just tell me in the comments, the chat, what is something that you made? And I know this sounds kind of like such a silly question to ask, but as you've noticed a trend here, what I do the most in my community is I try to lean in and listen to what you guys are making so I can keep making more of those projects inside of my community. And so I really love hearing what you guys are creating for. I'm going to give everybody a second to type this out, so don't feel rushed. Don't feel rushed. Take your time. I'm going to swallow some water here. Okay. Okay, my friends. Let's see. I want to see what y'all are making. Okay. Oh, it's moving fast. Christmas ornament for my granddaughter, a hostess gift, personalized album for a friend. He made flowers, a floral arrangement for my son's welcome home from deployment. Oh, I love that. Christmas cards, personalized shadow box, Christmas coasters for my sister-in-law, home decor gifts, Photo explosion box for my cousin for her 90th birthday. Oh, congratulations. What were you laughing at over there?
You can't keep up with comments.
I made flower arrangement, a purchase of silk flowers for a friend who retired, Halloween lanterns. Ooh, for granddaughters. I like that. Father's Day card, a gorgeous Father's Day card for my husband that he keeps on display. Ah, that's what I love hearing. When we give that gift that someone cherishes so much and then we put it on display, right? I made a personalized birthday card for my granddaughter, custom barbecue t-shirts for my husband and 2 friends, made ornaments, lots of ornaments. I made a basketball for my cousin's graduation and inserted pics of her playing basketball in the open sections of the ball. Ooh, Brenda, that's impressive. That's really impressive. I love that. I love that. Okay, I'm going to give the comments just a few more minutes. Made a hummingbird shadow box, personalized onesie for my new granddaughter. I love that. Made Thanksgiving flowers for outdoor decor. 3D butterfly for a friend who lost her mom. I love the reasons you guys are crafting. Do you hear the reasons why we craft? It's so much purpose, right? So much purpose. We're always doing something either for joy for ourselves or to give joy to others, right? I love it. Halloween cards, I made an elephant for my newborn grandson with all of his birth stats. I love that. Making roses for me. I like that, Donna. Making roses for me. Me too. I love making roses for me. We're going to break into I can buy myself flowers. Flower song, Miley Cyrus. I can make myself flowers. Scrapbook for a friend's pet that passed away. I love that. Birthday cards. Oh, you guys are keep going. I'm going to give this another second just to give everyone a moment to get their answers in. I made your giant snowflakes, all sizes, and decorated my porch for the month of January. Amber, that's incredible. I love that. If you haven't shared a photo, please send us a photo. I want to see. If you took a photo, please send us. Debbie says, I've made so many of your flowers and everyone loves them. Thank you, Debbie. It is my honor to share them with you guys. I love creating with you all. You're such a beautiful, energetic community. I made a Christmas countdown book for my great, a Christmas countdown book? Tell me more. That sounds fun. I like that. Every year I make personalized gifts for my mother-in-law and her sisters for Thanksgiving. This year it will be these centerpieces. Last year was a holiday sign and that changes for each holiday. Oh, I love that, Dee. That's beautiful. I made a shadow box. I could just sit here and read you guys' comments all day long. You're so inspiring. When we connect together like this, it's so inspiring, isn't it? I just love it. For Mother's Day, I made my daughter a shadow box of her daughter's 4-year-old hands. Oh, and the shadow box says, this is what my hands look like when I was 4 years old. Oh, lots of shadow boxes. That's beautiful. Texas themed shadow box. Sublimation wind spinner for my office. Ooh, I like that. Nativity card for my husband. I made lanterns. Okay. I'm going to try to get to the end of these comments. We have plenty of books, right, babe? Like, I just want, like, there's so many people entering. I want to try to give more away. I'm going to give more away, guys. You're all being so, like, you're all entering, and I wish I could literally hand out a prize to every single human. So we're going to give 2 books away. We're going to give 2 memberships away.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. I thought you were going to.
No. We're gonna give 2 books away, 2 memberships away, and that material bundle. So we're gonna be choosing 5 winners instead of 3. You guys have been incredible. Okay. All right. I am gonna go ahead and have my husband randomly pick here. Thank you, Colleen. You guys are sweet. I was supposed to like hand out the love to everybody. If I could, I'm like, it's in my person. It's my love language. It's just my love language. People are like, I don't understand you. I'm like, I don't know how not to. I'm sorry. Okay. Yes. Happy to share. Okay. So let's pick 5 people. My husband's going to do the honors. So we have a very sophisticated system for picking winners around here. Are you ready for our very sophisticated system? Here it is. He's going to look at all the comments, randomly scroll, and stop and find somebody. It's like The Price is Right or a slot machine. Probably not the healthiest comparison, but you know. There we are. Okay. It's okay. Just make sure you're getting high and low in the comments. I want to make sure we're like spreading out and giving plenty of opportunity for randomization of picking winners. Let's pick our 2 book winners first.
Alrighty.
And then you have a pen to write down. Do you need this pen back?
Yeah.
Here, take the Lucky Giraffe pen is going back to write down the names of our winners. But do we need to? Okay, Lucky Giraffe can stay with us.
Yeah. Our daughter wants to jump into the floor.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
Once.
But anybody else have kids that are like so messy? You're just like, why can't you just pick up your stuff? Like, why seriously, why can't you? My daughter left a gel pen on the floor. But one time it came in handy. So Lucky Giraffe can stay with us. We need to give him a name. What should his name be? He's picking winners right now. I'm not just vamping. I'm not just riffing. He's picking winners right now.
Winner number 1 is Barbara Biggs.
Okay, you can put her name up on the screen too if that helps. If you can still see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll put her.
Right. Say the name again so I can say it.
Barbara Biggs.
Barbara Biggs.
Yeah.
Barbara Biggs. You're the winner.
So.
Briggs. I'm sorry. Briggs. Barbara Briggs. You're the winner of one of our Art of Giant Paper Flowers books. Mark down that that's who she's winning, what she's winning.
Yep.
We don't want to make sure we send her the wrong thing.
And hold on 1 second. We need everyone to reach out.
Yes, sorry. Thank you. We'll reach out to us, please. If you heard your name called for these next giveaways, so we have Barbara Briggs. We're going to call 4 more people. Please send us a message. hello@abbykirstencollections.com. Give us your best shipping address. We will send it to you. That's how we send it to you. Now, if you win the A stars in just a minute, that's a digital prize. So still reach out to us and then we'll just get your account signed in. Okay, we'll get your paid account signed in for you. So pick the next book winner, please.
That's
thinking about a name.
Be
What should we name it?
Jiffy.
Oh, Jiffy. Okay, Jiffy. Sorry. Sorry. Give me the name of the winner first, then I have a story.
Aurelia Kreider.
Oh, can you put it up? Aurelia Kreider. Okay. You are winner number 2 of our second book. So we have our book winners. Did you get that written down, babe?
Yep.
Okay. So let's go ahead and pick our 2 A-star crafter winners next. Jeffrey. I like it. Jeffrey the giraffe.
Good old Toys R Us.
And I love that all of you are showing up and congratulating these winners. This is the energy. This is it. This is the connection, you guys. This is what we need more of in our world, right? It's celebrating and cheering other people on. We need that, right? We need that so much. Okay, picking 2 winners.
So first winner of the membership is I put the name up for you.
Dramatic pause. Oh, thank you. I can't say that last name. I'm going to butcher it. Matthew Plash. Okay. You're the let me say that again. You are the winner of one of our A-star crafters paid memberships. If by chance you already purchased, like you purchased just now, like we'll refund you. So don't worry. Like if you purchased and you're like, oh, well, I'm a winner. Great. We'll refund you. You still get to win. Pick our second A-star.
I'm going to say that's Croker.
Okay, Sharon Croker. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that name. Sharon Croker. You see your name on the screen there? Please send us a message at hello@abbykirstencollections.com. You are our second A-star winner. Congratulations. Again, if you had already purchased, we will refund you. And then we're going to do our material bundle giveaway. So that's the thing I showed you earlier with our cardstock and all those supplies, all the goodies, all my favorites for making paper flowers. We're going to pick 1 winner for that. Make sure you're picking from variety, slot machine it.
And the winner, sorry.
This is Jeffrey Jiffy or Jiffy Jeffrey. I have a story. I'll tell you after we pick our last winner.
All right, and that is
final winner. Lynn Fox, congratulations. You are our final winner of our material bundle giveaway. Please send us a message at hello@abbykirstencollections.com with your best shipping address, and we will ship out that bundle to you. Oh my gosh. I just love all these comments. Can we just hang out? Can we just all hang out together? You want to hang out together? Come to Florida. Let's hang out together. We got fun stuff in Florida. There's fun stuff in Florida. Disney World. Okay, my story. So my son, when he was younger, he had this little backpack that was a giraffe. And now that you say it, it's funny that you said Jiffy because it looked exactly like this. I had completely forgotten about when he was 2, he had this little backpack he would keep stuff in. And it was the same coloring, everything. Even had like the same facial expression, I think. Maybe the same company made it. I don't know. And we named him Jiffy the giraffe because it's the only word he could say. And he'd walk around with Jiffy on. This is when my son was like 2. He's 12 now. He's 12. That's how long I've been crafting. Let's see. I crafted many years before him. So I guess I've been at it for like 16 years now, something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Jiffy the giraffe. He came back in pen form, but we'll add Jeffrey to it because he's grown up now. Like that's what my son would want. He'd be like, he needs a more serious name. So we'll call him Jeffrey Jiffy Giraffe. We can just sit here and riff all day, you guys. You're welcome, Lynn. I hope you enjoy your bundle. All right. You guys are all people who are in Florida. We just need to like get together. People who aren't in Florida, you can come visit us, but we're going to get together in person because online crafting is fun, but I think there's opportunities for wine and craft and wine and sitcom and wine, sitcom, and crafting. Can we do all those things? Okay. All right, you guys. Just a reminder to join A-Stars before 10/16, before the price increases. I can't wait to welcome you all in there. There's a whole vault waiting for you to start crafting. We're going to be doing a series in December together. We're going to be releasing a new collection next month. And there's lots of projects waiting for you to just sit down and get ready to make. And we're here to help you and serve you. So reach out to us anytime if you need assistance. I am wishing you guys so much creative joy in abundance. Those are my personal values, abundance and joy and connection. And I want to continue to be able to connect more with you guys and serve you in joy and abundance. Okay, my friends, y'all are amazing. Thank you for joining me today. And I will see you guys soon. I'll see you guys at our next live. All right, bye for now.